Welcome back to the channel. So, D23 is about a month away. We always like to go ahead and sit down, go through our notes, go through what we think they're going to talk about, what they're going to announce. It's supposed to be a big year. 2 years ago wasn't. The last time we were there,
it was alright.
except for the fact that the majority of the projects got canceled.
It was alright.
So, we're hoping we're going to go through them. Normally we don't film this, but we'll see how it does. We're going to start with our home parks, because that's the parks we mostly care about, which are here in California, so the Disneyland Resort. We're going to start with, though, we already know the Haunted Mansion is opening up at the start of the end of August.
Sometime in August.
It's the end of August.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it's going to open up with the start of Halloween, which should be right around the first Oogie Boogie Bash, which is the last weekend of August.
Yeah, last week of August.
So, we know that. We know it's opening in virtual queue. Not excited about that, but it's opening at least. However, there are a few rumors, and we might get to hear some of it at D23. Or there might be an early preview, because we are legitimately like 2 weeks away from when I think it's going to open.
Yeah.
One of the new rumors is a new bride. Constance Hatchaway either is going to be replaced with a brand new figure altogether, or maybe they go back to an older bride.
Does it need to be? I mean, it's outdated. The effect is outdated.
The effects never looked good.
It never has, but...
And I think that's what it is.
Probably.
I think it's just, the effect never worked, so either go back to something we had before, or maybe have a new effect that works better. Especially when you look legitimately right as soon as you pass her, and you see the hat box goes, whose effect works very good.
Yeah.
Number two, it sounds like there is running this rumor. The ghost host may no longer be hanging from the rafters in the stretching room.
I can understand why.
I can understand why.
As an elitist, I'm a little saddened, but I can understand why.
But so the rumor is that it's going to be replaced with bats going across from rafter to rafter. I think if it's done well and it's done practical, not the screen that we get for the Haunted Mansion overlay, because the Nightmare overlay screen isn't the greatest.
It was when it was first released. When it was first added.
Yeah.
It looked good.
We're still fluctuating, aren't we?
Not that I've noticed.
I guess I'll know that later. Anywho, the third one, I think this is the one you probably have heard about, because you had made a comment that it does not sound good. We may not be getting the practical effects of the Hitchhiking Ghost at the end of the attraction. We may be switching to Florida's digital.
I'm okay with that, because it looks cool.
I think
I do like the practical effects, but I don't know.
I think the practical will look better. There's more you can do with the digital, and let's be honest, if they do this is a cost-saving method.
Yeah.
It means they don't have to do maintenance on that track, and they don't have to do maintenance on those figures anymore.
Definitely, yeah.
So
I think it's a smart change.
If it happens, I see that. I don't know how many for Disney you have.
For California, I got 3 things.
I have quite a few more.
Yeah, I figured.
I don't know if you want to jump in with one and then I can go back, or...
Yeah, we can do that. So, my, 100% is going to happen, more than likely, is details about the 70th anniversary, because that's next year. Hoping and praying for the best nighttime parade to ever exist to return. I've heard some rumblings that it could.
Yeah, I've heard for a while that Paint the Night should be returning.
Fan favorite.
If it does, cool. If it doesn't, why?
Yeah.
At this point, it was introduced for the 60th. This is 10 year. It's 10-year anniversary. You can do both at the same time.
It just makes sense.
What else do you think is going to happen for the 70th?
Well, we're definitely not getting any new rides.
No,
because that would have to be in construction for the past 5 years now.
Well, we may get an update to an attraction.
What are you saying?
So this is another one on my list further down. We know there are permits for a new turntable for Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. the rumor's been for quite a while. Exactly.
What?
Yeah. Why a turntable? Because that attraction does not have
Yeah.
one. The rumor that's been going around and the thought that was out years ago was possibly Walt Disney being added to Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Oh, okay.
Now that we just got done with the 100-year museum tour that was going around that had the hologram version, everybody is wondering if the reason they're doing this install of a turntable is to bring in animatronic of Walt now that they have the rights to his likeness. Because that was the problem they had back for the 50th, was they could not get the rights to use his likeness as an animatronic.
The Walt Disney Company can't get the rights to their
The
creator.
family went ahead, did not want him to go ahead and be made.
That's wild.
And so, now that they have the rights, since they just did it for the museum, the thought is he may be getting a animatronic, and they already do the original pre-show that he did for the Disney story, Wonderful World of Disney.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to take that audio and have him actually introduce it himself on stage in front of everybody, go into the Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Okay, I can see that.
So, not a new attraction, but an update to it.
Yeah.
And that is one I think everybody would very much be okay with.
I'm
and very
okay
much
with that.
like. I do hope, I'm not going to say think, I do hope we will get a new parade. An announcement for a new parade.
Magic Happens was the 65th? Or am I mistaken? Or was it just Magic Happens?
Magic Happens was just kind of Magic Happens.
Okay.
It was brought in right. It was opened about a month before pandemic.
So...
Oh, I said a bad word for YouTube. Oops.
So the 65th.
Yeah. And it's received okay.
And it's having issues.
Yeah.
They're having multiple breakdowns
Continuously.
So I can see a new parade being announced.
And that's something, again, yeah, you're going to put money out for it, but you could knock that out in a year.
Yeah.
Date of recording is the 69th birthday of Disneyland. Officially today.
Oh my god, that is today.
Yeah, that is today.
That is today.
So, you would have exactly a year.
Yeah.
I see that. And my third, that I feel... Third/fourth, they're kind of together. I definitely feel would happen with it is a new fireworks show again.
Yeah, that's a no given.
Because again, that's super easy.
Yeah.
And another version of World of Color, because again, World of Color makes a ton of money.
Those are givens in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Besides basic decoration,
I don't think anything else.
I don't think anything else.
We basically hit everything that the 60th hit, so...
Obviously, we're going to have merch.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's going to be special food items. Those are givens. Those are nothing. But for anything big, I think the biggest thing would be if the rumor of Walt being added into Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, that would be the big thing.
Yeah.
Because that is something they could do in a year and get live in a year.
Yeah, definitely.
Because Great Moments, I believe, is already down.
I think so.
I believe it stopped doing shows a while ago.
I think it's down.
So if they were doing it, they probably are doing it at this moment and at least installing it because it's going to take some time in the program.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a date or at least a period
Yes, it is down.
for Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
I think that's a given.
I know it's supposedly it's supposed to open up sometime this fall/winter.
I hope it gets delayed. Who said that?
I hope it doesn't have as many problems as Florida.
That's why I hope it gets delayed.
Because Florida's having a pretty rough opening season with it. We'll definitely go check it out. And keep our honest opinions up and held till then. Again, I'm still in the boat. I wasn't exactly crazy for the idea of changing it to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I'm okay with the idea of changing from Splash. But again, I'm going to still sit there on my high horse and bringing a princess attraction into a teenager-based attraction.
Thrill ride.
Correct. It's a mix of emotions because you're going to have that one kid who's not going to listen to their mom and dad, and all they know is it's their favorite princess. They're going to go ride the ride, get scared of the ride, never ride again.
Yeah.
So that is my only complaint. That's all we're going to sit at. We're going to hold everything else all honest and views of it till we get on the attraction because you can watch video. Video doesn't do justice.
Yep.
Yeah, this is kind of a stretch one. Can I do a stretch one that I really want, but I know it's not going to happen?
Yeah.
Peak Mover / Tomorrowland.
Okay, you're.
I know. The Tomorrowland, I do expect us to get. There is actually a pretty good fire lit under the Tomorrowland rumor. Not Peak Mover.
Oh yeah, because they had Rhodey and a bunch of the other Imagineers outside a couple months ago, right?
They did. They were back surveying again. There's also I forget which company it is, but there was supposedly another company that was out kind of looking at some of these to kind of help figure out how they can work around the structural pieces that are already in place while they're trying. Because obviously, the hard thing with Tomorrowland, they have to close Tomorrowland to fix Tomorrowland. Because there's too much built into Tomorrowland, including the people movement.
And it's built up.
I
think it's the only land that is built up like that.
Correct. So there's a lot of structural work that would have to be done. We know Disneyland Forward is a 28-year project.
28?
28.
Oh my god.
They're going to have to feed the public something while they finish getting the designs in order and what they're going to start with.
Yeah.
We don't know if they're going to take 28 years. They're probably going to. That way they can stretch their dollar. Or if they're going to, again, right now the budgets they have are for 10 years. Maybe they're going to run it over the next 10 years. But they need something to get started while they finish the plans for the city. Because the planning department in Anaheim takes a while.
Yeah.
I see them making the announcement of a refurbishment to Tomorrowland coming in and cleaning it up. Because right now Tomorrowland's a mess. I don't know. I know there is some people in the community that for whatever reason still think the 98 upgrade looks nice. I was there for previews of the 98 update and I still don't like it. I'll be on the very wishful side with like offhand and hope for a new people mover. It's never going to happen, but I'm going to sit there and pray and hope and sit in the corner. It's a fantastic attraction.
It's not going to happen.
It's a fantastic attraction.
I'm not disagreeing with you. It's not going to happen.
But I see us getting, if not a like, this is going to happen, like this is, we're working on it.
Could happen.
But at least, it at least tells the public that they're looking again at it.
Yeah.
That's where I see us coming in at. With the Tomorrowland update, this idea of it has to fit in while they're finishing Forward's prep and finishing. I think that's going to happen. That's when we're going to get the electric Utopia because that is confirmed. We know that is happening, and so I think we're going to hear at D23 when that expected timeline is supposed to hit. And I think in California Adventure, with looking at the new layout since everything for Forward got approved, is where I think at the same time they're going to be building Avatar.
You think so?
I think so. Because I think, again, that would give them 2 new lands, in both, one in each park. Because yes, it would be just Tomorrowland, but it would be the new Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
One in each park. And that would keep the people of Southern California, who are going to continuously go and pay money, happy and distracted, while they work on figuring everything else out of the kinks.
Yeah.
Before either of those projects happen, though, I know there's a time like we started talking this, so I started writing the timeline.
George has the roadmap.
I do. To me, the biggest thing that has to happen first is our new structure, and so I think that's going to be the big first announcement is the new structure happening.
Yeah.
We know it's going to be on the other side of Harbor, over there where the hotels are.
Oh, okay.
Because that's supposed to go there. The current bus turnarounds, picture here, are going to be moved over there also. Because I know me saying bus turnarounds, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who knows who else does? Because the current looks is all that's supposed to be left on that side is a walkway to connect to the street. Because the parks are being expanded inward. Because again, every foot they can use, that's money.
Yeah.
I think that's also on the docket in that order because I think the first part of Forward we're going to see get started is going to be Disney Springs.
Yeah.
So, in case you haven't looked at Forward, the plan is Disneyland and California Adventure are both being expanded over next to Disneyland and Pixar Pier Hotel. And then the current Toy Story lot is changing to our version of Disney Springs. So we'll have Downtown Disney and then Disney Springs.
Or it'd be the same thing. And just be an extended...
I don't think it's going to be named the same because they're two different shopping districts. And that way they
Is
don't...
it?
They are.
Okay.
There's not a direct connection.
Okay.
And it sounds more like, from everything I've read, that Disney Springs is going to be more tailored to, like, hotels and such for food and...
Okay.
Right across the street from Toy Story, in case you have never noticed, is where the convention center is. So the idea is, convention gets out for whatever's going on in town, and there's a lot of conventions in Anaheim. People normally looking for food, and they could just go right across the street, step right into Disney Springs, and plenty of food options.
Yeah.
You can do another one.
My next one, sticking with California Adventure. Are we gonna finally hear about the e-ticket Avengers ride?
That's on the list too. Supposedly.
Supposedly. There is a theory going around that we have seen the ride vehicles already.
Correct.
Taking Fantasy Springs Peter Pan ride.
Yes.
And that as the ride vehicle, which I can... Honestly, I can see that.
And you look at the concept art, they match up.
It matches up pretty well. I think it's going to be like, for our Californians, Universal Studios Transformers The Ride.
I've never been on it, so sure.
It's similar. The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah,
This is the same ride vehicle.
Okay.
So like, it's a bigger version of that.
Okay.
I can see that. Hopefully. If they ever decide to finish that land.
I think, and this is going for both East and West Coast, for DCA and for Hollywood Studios, I think we're going to see an update to Disney Junior Live.
That's not where I thought you were going. Oh, DCA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because they have a new logo there, and now they have full rights and such to Bluey and such, and the big character being this year is Bluey.
That's happening.
I think we're going to see this. They're going to make this announcement. That's why Bluey and Bingo are being brought to the.
That's happening.
D23.
That's happening.
Bluey makes money.
Bluey makes money. Bluey's like the new bear in the Big Blue House.
Miss Bear. I think we hit all of mine. I don't know if you had anything else for Disney.
I have one more that's also technically part of Hollywood Studios. But this is more crackpot at our part.
Okay.
So, for the longest time, you and me have theorized that there's a secret expansion plot for Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, we know there's an expansion plot.
Maybe?
I think it's too soon.
Probably. But, we know where it is. It fits up well. I don't know how it looks in Hollywood. Map here for George for more editing work.
For which plot?
Yeah, for Hollywood.
I don't know any of their plots.
Yeah, exactly. Don't put that in.
I mean, ours backs up to Toontown.
Yeah.
And that, because it's always it's listed as just an expansion plot. It originally was listed as,
Toontowns?
Galaxy's Edges.
Yeah.
And since then has lost the Galaxy's Edge tag, and it's just an expansion plot. Because where it sits right behind
Gadgets? Yeah.
And so it would be hard to add back there for Toontown.
But they can.
But they could. And so the tag got removed because Toontown, after its refurb, which looks fantastic.
And, like, everybody loves Toontown again.
It
could happen. It could happen. This is a lot longer than I thought we were going to go. I'm cool with that.
Okay.
I'm taking more notes as we're going.
You're still good?
Yeah.
Okay. Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom, I don't have much. Probably because
I don't either.
There's not much to talk about. I think we're going to hear more about Beyond Thunder Mountain. I don't know what we're going to hear.
The smoke?
Because we know that the Madrigals were supposed to be back there, but now they're going to Animal Kingdom. Coco, I still see going there. I think it still will work.
It'll still work. Because that's a... It'll still work.
I don't think Villains is going to go there.
I have to switch my brain over to Florida. Okay.
It has the space. I think Villains, though...
It could go behind Fantasyland. And that would make more sense to me.
To me, you would either go behind Fantasyland or Hollywood Studios.
Where?
Well, we're going to sidetrack for a second because this is part of the other rumors. The biggest rumor...
You just want to switch it to Hollywood Studios then?
The biggest rumor for Hollywood Studios right now is that the animation courtyard is going to get a refurbishment. It's going to get changed. Because right now what you have is the entrance to Little Mermaid Theater. You have entrance to Disney Junior Live. And you have...
Incredibles Alley.
No, that's not animation courtyard.
Oh. I don't know what we're talking about.
No,
I do know what we're talking about.
It's the Star Wars building at the moment. It's our Vengeance. It's what is the name of it?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
That courtyard is everybody is predicting is going to get a retheme or renovation or change because right now it's dead space at the park and that has an expansion plot behind it.
Okay.
So I'm thinking Villains might go there.
It does.
Because Villains is anyways a little bit... We can go more on the darker side with Villains.
Go more thrill with that.
And a lot more of Hollywood is more that thriller, older age.
Yeah.
Going back to Magic Kingdom, there is a rumor that has some patents already in place I think we'll hear about.
Okay.
I think Moana is coming to Adventureland.
Regarding?
In a full attraction.
No way.
Because there is a patent for a boat ride vehicle that looks exactly like hers. We know years ago they had another patent for a boat-like mechanic of moving, and if you pay attention on the picture, you can see a very more line work version of Maui and Moana.
On the boat?
On the boat. I think Moana is going to be a boat ride in Magic Kingdom. Besides that, maybe a new parade? It's been 10 years for them?
Don't ask me. I have no idea.
I would like to see, especially since we're going next year, I would like to see them get a nighttime parade again. They haven't had one for a while. The last one was Electrical Parade. I would like to see them get a nighttime parade. Again, I like nighttime parades, I like nighttime shows.
Yeah.
Don't replace Happily Ever After because it's already, perfect.
Please, though.
It's like Wondrous Journeys.
Yeah. It's like
bring Wondrous Journeys, you do that.
Please.
If you don't do a new fireworks show, bring Wondrous Journeys
Please. Back. Just do a whole year run of Wondrous. Again. Please.
Do you have anything else for Magic Kingdom?
No.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
So with Hollywood, we already talked about my main one. I do have a note going back to also DCA, and this also goes to to Paris.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 3 parks are going to be renamed.
Well, Hollywood Studios, DCA, and the other
Walt
one?
Disney Studios
Park.
Park.
Yeah, I can see that.
Walt Disney Studios Park, first off, is a very wordy name. That was just, let's throw words at a wall and we'll see how they do.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hollywood Studios, it's okay. But Disney's California Adventure, going back to our home turf.
The only thing about California now is Santa Barbara Street. And the Grizzly area.
Yeah, realistically, I mean...
You could say Pixar Pier, but...
No, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Oh,
in Hollywoodland.
The other one, to utilize a big empty box. See, we're utilizing space that's already built.
What?
You ready? You ready? Any guess?
What are we talking about?
Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios, big empty box. I have to change my brain again. I don't remember.
The Star Cruiser Hotel.
Oh yeah, the storage unit!
I think we're gonna hear that it's gonna be reopened up as a exclusive dining venue.
I can see that.
They're gonna reuse it. It will be an expensive dinner. You'll get
be our guest style.
Yes, but longer. That way you get
longer
time.
And smaller group.
Yeah.
Because the dining room's a lot smaller.
Yeah. I think they'll open it up. It's gonna be a dinner show, and you'll go and you get time to go in and actually play a little bit of the games because again it's already built out.
Yeah.
And it's gonna cost you,
Are you taking the idea from Jenny? Where
she does mention that in her video, doesn't she?
Yeah, where you go have like a be our guest style dinner, and then the emergency alarm plays, and then you go out and you watch the finale.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I'd be okay with that.
Fantastic video, by the way.
I'd be okay with that. Yeah, I finally got around to watching it.
It's so good.
It's pretty good.
It's so good. It's so long. I was happy for chapter markers. It's so long. But it's good.
I'd be happy with that. I think. Finally get to experience something that only the 1% can.
It's still going to be like $200 a person. Let's be honest. In today's Disney marketplace, that is a $200 experience.
But like, that's something you could do once and be happy with.
Oh no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like we're going next year. If that were the case, that would be open. I could see with Jamie, you, we would go do it one time.
We do it.
That's a group of like 8.
We do it. Yeah.
Do you have any surprises for me for Hollywood Studios? Because that is the one park that I was like, I can't.
The Galaxy's Edge expansion, but we already talked about that.
Yeah. Though Florida, I could see it more than ours.
Yeah, than ours, yeah.
Because we have forwards, so we know we're getting a ton of money spent already. Now, side tangent. This is not on my notes. There is the rumor, and I really doubt we'll hear anything of it. There is the rumor that they may be getting a 5th gate.
That was at the end after we do Epcot and Animal Kingdom, so we'll get back to that.
That works. So,
nothing.
Okay, you realize you can see the prompt.
Oh, I thought you were going to put chapter markers up.
I was, but
nothing.
Yes. So Epcot.
Nothing.
You don't think so?
No. They just finished like everything with that park. Do you think they're going to do anything else to it?
We're going to hear about Test Track.
We're going to get a new. Oh yeah, we are going to hear about Test Track.
We're gonna get a new sing-along show at the Wedding Pavilion.
Maybe. That's actually actual maybe. No. So maybe they'll go back and do the Mary Poppins expansion for United Kingdom that they canceled quite quietly. That looks good for Cherry Tree Lane.
Maybe.
I can hope. This is like my dream list. Spaceship Earth gets a update again. Right?
I love me some Spaceship Earth.
I mean, it's a fantastic attraction. The Imagination Pavilion.
Actually getting
an update.
reworked again.
So Figment can't leave the park.
No.
Figment is
not
Epcot's Mickey Mouse. It is too important to that park. He makes so much. I think we might hear, even if it's a far off thought at this moment, that Journey into Imagination is being worked on again. There's a new plan for Journey into Imagination. Again, it's another dream.
Surprise me.
It's another dream.
It's another crackpot. Hope.
The other item, and I have heard a lot of people have this rumor, a lot of people have this thought, a lot of people have heard a lot of buzzing about it, is we're going to go back to the Play Pavilion. Play Pavilion's canceled. We know this.
Are they going to give me the concept art that they showed me with the Play Pavilion?
So, what everybody else is talking and thinking, because again, Play Pavilion is canceled, we think it's going to go back to actually a health pavilion.
No!
And it's going to be based on mental and physical health.
That has nothing to do with Wreck-It Ralph.
With using Inside Out and Big Hero 6.
Okay, I can see that actually, and I'm okay with that. Now,
right?
Now that you say it, I'm okay with that.
No, I don't want to lose these. And then you're like, well, actually, because you could go back and you could do again the mental health side. Inside Out 2 has made so much money. They're going to do something with Inside Out 2. And so you can go back in that route.
Inside Out 2 is about mental health, so it wouldn't surprise me if that's the case.
And I mean, Baymax is huge. We just got an entire land based around Baymax,
and it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's so.
Plays J-pop. That's awesome.
So, That is a rumor that I've heard. Again, the pavilion's built. The pavilion was repaired, so as far as we know. They would have to build out for the attractions, because there is the space that Body Wars used to take. But as far as I've heard, all of those simulators were fully dismantled.
I was going to be like, well, they could reuse that for the Inside Out ride. They shrink you down. It's the same idea as Body Wars, except that you go into Riley's head.
Just please don't put people in bloodstreams and lungs.
Yeah.
That was not a good thought.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
None.
I mean, maybe they're going to fix some of the walkways that they just finished building.
Yikes.
Maybe they're going to fix Moana and water, which is already having problems.
It's already having... I mean, it's pretty.
It is pretty.
It's pretty.
Next year we'll see it actually in person, but it is pretty. So, Animal Kingdom. This one we do have some confirmed, plus I have a project that I don't think you've heard about yet.
You have some crackpots?
I do.
I mean, obviously, we're going to hear about South America. I feel like that's a given.
Well, Tropical America.
Oh, yeah, because they have Central.
Yeah,
I
it is
forgot about
tropical.
that. I forgot about that. That's a given.
Yeah, so we're gonna hear more into that. We're gonna hear if that plan changed again for the third time in 3 years. It's been in the last 3 years. There's been 2 changes to that entire land.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully they have plans.
Casita! You like Encanto?
Casita's not going there.
Give us your money! Who said that?
Wait, no, Casita is going there.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're going to finish hearing about that. At least we're going to hear an update on it. We know, and this is a no, we know that behind Animal Kingdom, construction offices are being built at the moment. All the portables and such are being moved into place, which means they're prepping for the big projects. They're moving more than everybody expected for just to have been the retheme of Dino Land, which is where we get into what everybody is saying the name is Project Sun. Any guesses what Project Sun would be?
Heat Death of the Universe.
That's California.
Oh, yeah. No.
A Lion King attraction.
Oh, God.
Again, one of the biggest moneymakers.
It makes sense.
And one of the biggest things to do at Animal Kingdom is to see the Lion King show. So, there is the rumor that there will be a new attraction. Probably not announced this year. I really would doubt it, but if they're moving construction in, they might be.
Maybe.
But they knew the Lion King attraction.
I can see it.
Maybe a new show in the theater where Kite Tails was, and...
Oh, I forgot that was a place. I forgot that's a thing.
I mean, every show that opened and it has failed, so not necessarily the greatest track record.
Kite Tails.
Maybe?
What a joy.
Let's be honest, probably not.
No.
I think at this point that amphitheater is just going to be empty. Anything else there?
No. Tough to be bug. Oh, did we get the Zootopia?
That's right! We did get an announcement!
More details?
More details.
Maybe you look at, I don't know, Nick Wilde?
Is Nick Wilde our host?
I have no idea.
No. I want to say the big cheetah cop. I want to say he's the host.
No, that's Shanghai.
No, I get that.
Oh, okay.
I want to say in the concert art. I can't remember. It's been a long time. I forgot that thing was even happening. In all honesty, I forgot it's tough to be a bug in that park. To be honest.
Still. Crazy.
Real quick, I don't think I had notes going there. No, I didn't. Here's another far-off, random, hopeful, wishful thought.
Oh.
A Lorcana shop coming to Disney Springs and Downtown Disney.
Dedicated?
A dedicated shop.
Okay, well, we've discussed since, like, last year, around this time, that it needed a dedicated shop in downtown Disney.
Yeah.
And, like, we've discussed it taking over ESPN Zone for our Californians.
Yeah, just to save money and do it quick and easy.
You have, like, a storefront in the front, and then, like, the rest of the building is just all tables. So, like, they can host tournaments there if they really wanted to.
Well, my thought even expanded further if they were to use that space. Again, they already have the shop space.
Yeah.
They use that shop every so often. Reopen the downstairs restaurant side. Because then you can either use it as a restaurant for regular guests or guests who are upstairs playing and such have a place to go. And then upstairs, since that's pretty much all open space anyways, be your tables and such for game space.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
Makes sense. It's a hopeful guess. Roller Arcana players. It's not going to happen, but...
It's not going to happen. Fifth Park, Florida. That's all I got.
That's as much as anybody could guess.
No idea. Look at the past attractions that have come out in the past 5 years, George. I think we have a great resort in Florida.
Do you have a guess? I wouldn't even have a guess of where they would even start with the idea of a new park.
IP Park 3.
IP Park 3.
But this one's starting with IPs.
I mean, they could go back to old rumors and possibly just move Villains to its own park. That was a rumor for a long time, was that they were going to get a fifth gate and it was going to be the Villains park.
Yeah?
Because there's enough to work with. I don't think so. I don't think that's what they're going to do.
I don't think so either.
I don't think they know. I know they got authorization to use the space.
Yeah.
Is all that's as far as we know into it. So there may be a very rumor of like, there's a fifth gate coming. More news come later.
Yeah.
I think that's as far as we would hear about it.
Definitely.
Disney Cruise Line.
Disney Cruise Line. If they really don't have faith in it, announce the re-theme of the Avengers restaurant.
They're doubling down for the treasure.
Oh, right. With the Groot.
Because we are getting the Groot
The
show.
Groot one.
They're doubling down on it. They said they fixed it. They said they got an idea. We're gonna run with that and see if that's it.
I hope it's more than just Groot. I hope it's all the Guardians, but
I mean, we'll see.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's just Groot.
We will be on that ship next year too.
We will.
So we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see more info, more detailed info for the treasure.
I expect a full map. So that launches what, next year?
The treasure?
Yeah. Launches
Try
November.
December.
Yeah, I expect a full map.
I think we're gonna see that. I think we're gonna see more info on the Destiny.
Yeah.
That's the Heroes one.
Yep. The one with Hercules.
I think we're gonna see more info on the Venture.
Yep.
I doubt we will see anything about the Oriental Land Company's one, because they'll probably hold that for Japan's D23.
Yeah.
And a wishful thought from other interviews and such I heard, maybe the hinting to a new ship set.
A new class?
A new class. Because it sounds like
Maybe?
Disney Cruise Line, because of the money it makes, is in a expansion period.
Maybe?
But
The Wish was successful,
the Wish was successful.
so
I still prefer
the smaller boats.
the look of the Magic and the Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
I get to go on the Fantasy and Dream eventually, but I prefer the look of those ones. The Wish is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Just preference. And then random other items like movies, TVs, games, entertainment.
I'm gonna start with movies because that's how it's listed in mine. I think we're gonna hear about ELO.
About what?
Yeah. That Pixar movie that was supposed to be out right now.
There's a Pixar movie that was supposed to be out right now?
Yeah, they swapped spots with Inside Out 2.
Oh.
Because apparently it's in production hell.
I mean, in the nicest way, what if Disney Studios is not in production
Like,
hell?
we have like a full teaser for it and everything. And nobody knows about it because it's a new IP, and Disney doesn't have faith in new IPs right now. And people are like, well, why are you making sequels? It's because they're releasing new IPs, and you're not going to the theater.
Okay, but they've also lost the faith of people for the theater.
Soul,
Was okay.
Turning Red.
I did not enjoy.
I don't know about Luca. I haven't seen Luca.
I fell asleep.
Oh. I liked Soul and Turning Red.
Soul is good. It's not normal Pixar quality in my opinion.
I can see that.
And it's more of an art piece kind of one, and which is fine. You can do that every so often. Turning Red, I got bored.
I love Turning Red.
I mean it just wasn't for me. Luca, I fell asleep in. I've tried to watch it 4 times. About 10 minutes in each time I fall asleep. I don't sleep, and I fall asleep to that movie. We're gonna hear more about Toy Story 5.
Oh yeah.
You forgot that was going on.
I sure did.
Frozen 3.
Oh yeah. We're for sure getting a new Moana trailer. Because Moana comes out in November.
Yeah, we'll get the full trailer.
Like, for sure getting a full trailer.
We'll get the full trailer.
Because we've only had teasers so far.
We're gonna hear about the Mandalorian movie.
I was just gonna say a whole new Star Wars roadmap. Because remember, I don't know if you remember when we went 4 years ago, there was a whole Star Wars roadmap, and they followed it. And I think we're past where it ended now.
We might be, because Acolyte wasn't on it.
Acolyte wasn't on it. Ahsoka was, I think.
Or 6 years. It was 6 years ago.
Yeah. Was it 6 years ago?
I think so.
Oh my god, it was 6 years ago.
Because one was canceled because of COVID.
Oh my god, it was 6 years
Oh, I said the bad word again.
But we're gonna get a whole new Star Wars roadmap, I think.
All honesty, I have nothing for movies. This is coming off the top of my head of what I'm listing.
Do you want me to go to my next note then?
Because I'm not excited for the studio's announcements at this moment.
I have nothing for Disney Studios other than the Moana trailer. My other thing is a new Marvel roadmap. Or a fixed one.
I mean...
They did just announce, I think it was today, that the Russo brothers are coming back to direct the next 2 Avengers movies. So, it could be good.
Yeah, but Cap has been in production hell also.
Have you seen the trailer?
No.
Dude.
Okay, I'm a Captain America fan. I had no interest to watch the trailer because I'm so burnt out of Marvel.
Dude, it's like back to basics. Like Winter Soldier, Black Ops style. It looks so good. I'm excited for that.
Until you're disappointed while watching it.
We'll talk about that then.
Because Marvel has not been...
Listen,
I have not been a fan of Marvel.
Listen, a week from recording, The Messiah is coming upon us.
Okay. Yes, Deadpool versus Wolverine is going to be fantastic because Ryan Reynolds is still making sure that Deadpool is Deadpool. And you're bringing back Hugh Jackman and Wolverine, so you cannot be disappointed. Even watching, because Justin watched finally the Japanese Wolverine. I don't know what that name actually is.
The Wolverine.
The Wolverine. Even in that movie, he's still fantastic. And it still is a fun watch because he's still good. But, no. We're not going to count that towards this because that is not direct Marvel.
Yeah, it is. It's part of the MCU. It actually is. Like the story is like completely intertwined with the MCU.
This one is, yes. That is correct.
That's all I got for movies.
It's more than I had, so I mean...
Gamez? Games?
So, maybe...
Why did I put a 6?
Maybe a little bit of info on Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, that's the only thing I got on my list.
It was D23 when we got the first set of updates again last time. And then
About 3?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then it was held off until Square Enix was ready to do their big announcement. Usually it's at D23 Japan, but they do the early announcement out here first because this is the bigger one. We know we're going to hear more on Epic Mickey Rebrushed. Maybe info about potentially... So, in an interview that I saw, there is talks of possibly fixing number 2. If they can get the crowds behind number 1 enough.
I can see it.
Going back and not rushing it, and because again, the lead creator, as he put it, he still wants to do his trilogy. He wants to do the 3, which means 2 would be broken up again.
Yeah.
Which it would greatly help that game.
Yeah. That's all I got.
New mobile games.
Woo!
Maybe a Speedstorm announcement.
Actually, yeah, maybe. Like the Nightmare. Season.
I think we're gonna get the full announcement for Nightmare.
Yeah.
We know it's coming. It's already on the roadmap, but I think we're gonna see what the characters look like.
And then maybe even like talking about what the pirate season is going to be about because we already have pirates content.
Yeah.
Which I could think it could be like a game retooling.
I think is gonna be more characters.
Yeah.
The pirates one to me is an important one for them to announce because it shows they're not afraid to go back to old ones they had.
Yeah, because we get like
expand.
Barbossa, Davy Jones, Will Turner. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that happening. I got one more category on my notes. I assume you have the same one.
No, I have nothing else. Go for it.
I got Lorcana on my notes.
There we go. That reminds you back to it. I think the announcement of the Lorcana app.
So I don't know if you saw the same thing I saw. You probably didn't because I'm way deeper in the Lorcana community than you are.
Okay.
But somebody found. So you heard about the. I don't know if you want to talk about it because I don't know how deep you want to get into No Zone on YouTube.
What?
The hack, the Disney hack.
I heard about the hack. As long as we're not talking deep into what.
I don't have specifics. I just heard a rumor.
Okay.
That somebody found certs for a console and PC port for a Disney Lorcana video game.
PC I expected it to be PC app.
But console. Full on like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masters.
I mean, please be careful with how you say that because Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masters is not a good app.
It's okay. It's alright. It's pretty good.
But no, that would be that is that. All honesty, random dream. Which one is? We're gonna hear.
Set 6.
Lorcana app is gonna be dropped.
Yeah. I have set 6 on my notes, and then Continental and Worlds announcements.
Yeah, those are expected. That's about it.
That's it.
We'll see. We'll do a recap after all this to see how many of these are true, how many of these are false. Probably the majority are false, and whatever are true, we'll see in a year they'll all be canceled.
We called it if it's true.
And in a year they'll all be canceled.
Yeah, except for the Lorcana ones.
Maybe. Bye.